JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 2nd of February 2021. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this quick afternoon session where we're going to have a look at the markets, some of the charts that we looked at this morning, some new ones just to see how everything's getting along. But yeah, before we do that, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, as always, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So yeah, feel free to visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab. Let it quickly just load up here. Okay, just let's wait for a little bit longer. But anyway, guys, the Ftse 100 did have a nice rebound, so everything's kind of working according to the plan. If you remember, I've mentioned that the Ftse 100 here, if it rebounds from this short-term tentative upside support line drawn from the low the 1st of December, then yes, we might see a nice push back up here, especially if it also climbs above the 64 hurdle here. And the up today is trading slightly in the positive still, but I mean, everything seems to be working according to plan here. So for now, I'm going to continue targeting the this downside line drawn from the high of the 11th of January. So basically, a bit more upside here could be possible. So yep, for now, it is how it is, guys. I mean, this is just a quick update. So far, the index is doing everything according to the plan. If by any chance you start seeing the index dropping back below the 64 territory here, well, I mean, maybe not everything is that good in the bull block, and then of course we'll have to focus on this short-term upside line again, because if suddenly that gets broken and the price starts falling below these two EMAs, the 100-day and the 200-day EMA, then yep, lower levels could be met. But at the moment it's not the case. For now, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the upside. Now jumping into IBEX 35, I haven't looked at this one for quite a while. So the Spanish index is also pushing nicely to the upside. So I removed all the lines here for now, just to kind of simplify everything. So on the one hand, we do have a nice rebound here from this territory near the 100-day EMA and the 200-day EMA, mainly, of course, from the 100-day EMA shown as the green line here. So now the index, it seems to be making its way back up. In a way, there is still a chance to see more upside on this one. However, in a similar fashion as with the Ftse, I'm going to keep an eye on this little short-term downside resistance line drawn from the high of the 14th of January, and in a way, this is where the 21-day EMA is sitting, and basically, for now, I'm going to keep an eye on this, and in a way, what I want to see here as well is, for example, if we do see a push higher here, we do see a test maybe of this 21-day EMA or this downside line, it might get a hold up here, and if it does, and if this downside line continues to provide good resistance, then we might see another slide here to the downside. Now, if we do see something like that, now of course, all eyes are going to be on the potential kind of double top here with a neckline somewhere around here near the 76 territory, marked by the low, or should I say near the lows of November 11th, 12th, and 13th. Again, we can pick up on this little area here, the low, the 21st of December, or actually the lowest point of December, which is roughly around the 7,664 mark. And basically for now, that's what I'm going to be looking at here at this this area of support. And if this area of support gets broken, then of course, yep, lower levels could be met. So again, guys, there's a lot of food for thought here on IBEX. And basically, long story short, let me just quickly put this this arrow right here, and basically that's what I'm considering for now. I mean, if this downside line provides good resistance, then yep, another slide here could be possible, where we'll have to just keep an eye on this key support zone. And if this key support zone gets broken, then of course, yes, well, lower levels could be met, because this would confirm a forthcoming lower low and would confirm a possible kind of a possible double top pattern here. At the moment, we can only assume that this is double top, although of course it clearly looks like one, but at the moment, until we get that break of the so-called neckline, yep, we cannot really kind of get comfortable with that idea, guys. So just bear with me one moment, guys. So, okay, coming back to Nasdaq 100 here. That's my next index on the list here. And of course, yesterday we had a nice reversal here to the upside. We pushed higher here from this upside line, and of course now everything's looking quite positive. Everything's looking quite, yes, I mean, positive. In a way, if we take a look at the cash index right now, and bear with me one moment, that's not it. Let me just double check it very quickly. So, okay, guys, let me just adjust this very quickly. There we go. Okay, now looking at the cash index, we can see that the price is currently sitting near the 13,364 mark. And yesterday the index closed, of course, below that, and today we're going to have a nice opening gap here to the upside. However, we will still remain below this hurdle here, one of my levels that I'm keeping an eye on, this 13,434 mark. Previously that acted as a good area of resistance, then it acted as support. Now it has the chance to be a good area of resistance once again. So, but if that gets broken, if this hurdle gets broken, then yes, of course, I'll aim for some higher levels, guys. Because at the moment, in a way, yes, we had already a decent retracement. We've already kind of managed to overcome the 61.8% retracement on the Fibonacci. Let me just for visualization, I'll draw this one very quickly here. Nope, not this one. Sorry, wrong instrument, wrong tool. Where's that Fibonacci? There we go. It's probably around here. Drawing it from the top here and up until the low of last week, you can, well, basically the 61.8% retracement was reached yesterday, and today we're already kind of trading on the cash index. We can see that we're already trading above this hurdle, above this level right here. So we're getting closer to the 78.6% retracement of the Fibonacci, which is not far from that 13,434 level that I've mentioned. So in a way, again, we are at a very interesting spot here. Again, let's see if we can actually recover all the losses made last week. That's going to be very interesting to see. And the other interesting thing will be to see if we can actually hit a new all-time high. But again, for now, we'll keep it short and simple. For now, I'm going to be aiming for the 13,434 territory. And then if that gets broken, then I'll get a little bit more, even more excited with the upside. Quick update on DXY dollar index. This morning I talked about this one, and we are seeing a nice push here away from this downside line, which we managed to break yesterday. Finally, so yep, now we're kind of it's trying to make its way further north. Now, in order to kind of get a little bit more excited with the upside, as I mentioned to you this morning, I would like to see a push above the 91.24 territory right here, and then, yep, I will go for some further higher levels. Now, jumping into gold, and the gold continues to slide nicely. Everything is according to the plan. I've mentioned this to you guys, well, in last week and even the week before that, that I'm still leaning more towards the downside as long as the price remains below this downside line drawn from the high of the 7th of August here. And you can see that yes, everything's kind of working according to the plan. Yesterday, I've told you guys that when we had this little kind of move to the upside here, I told you to keep an eye on this downside line, and this is exactly the reason why today we're seeing a strong decline. And yep, we're coming close to that 1819 level, which was my initial target. But if that gets broken, well, this is where kind of the whole excitement could start here for the sellers, and yep, further declines could be possible. Maybe even going towards the lowest point of November near the 1765 territory right here. Jumping into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is pushing higher. Breaking this downside line drawn from the high of the 8th of January. So everything's looking quite positive right now here for Bitcoin. And this is what I mentioned to you guys previously, that if the daily candle remains above this downside line, it increases the chances for a further move north. So for now, that's the case. I mean, let's see if this daily candle will stay today above this downside line, because again, we did get these recently, we did get these overshoots, but we didn't really get that daily candle staying above this hurdle. So that means that now what I'm going to do here is, like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on this downside line, and if that gets if this daily candle remains above this downside line, then yes, higher levels could be met. Now, AUD CHF, very quickly on this one. So the pair is traveling kind of nowhere, I would say. Initially, we saw the pair kind of breaking this downside line. I told you guys about this yesterday, so I've picked up on this pair yesterday, and basically what I was saying, that I'll wait for this pair to kind of exit the this little triangle first. I mean, to break through one of these lines first, and then I will go for the next kind of directional move. So far, we're seeing that there is kind of nowhere. It's trading nowhere basically, and for now, guys, although it's looking quite tempting, still I would prefer to wait for a break, a good decent break here, and the daily candle kind of staying outside of this little triangle here, this little squeeze that we have, and then kind of targeting the or should I say going for the next directional move. Basically, long story short, in order to aim for the upside, yes, we need that daily candle to remain above this downside line. It did try to do that today, but failed. And now we're examining examining this upside support line drawn from the low of the 20th of October, which kind of so far is also providing decent support. It also kind of is seen as is being strong, but if eventually we do get that daily candle staying below it, then yes, lower levels could be met. So keep your eyes on that one. Could be quite interesting, guys. Yeah, for now it is how it is, but the more it's getting into a squeeze like that, the more it's going to be interesting later on. USD JPY, very quickly on that one, and this continues to push higher. I mean, I have to admit on this one that didn't really kind of work out in terms of kind of let's say retracing first and then pushing to the upside. The momentum here is so strong that yep, most likely that we're not going to see any kind of correction anytime soon. It's just going to probably hit the 105.35 territory right here, the one that I spoke about previously, which also kind of almost coincides with the 200-day EMA, and then we'll take it from there. So basically, in a way, this arrow here needs to be drawn in a little bit of a different way here. So basically something like this here should be drawn. Now, this is what I'm going to be aiming here for. I'm going to aim for this 200-day EMA initially, this 105.35 level, and then I'll take it from there, guys. Gbp Cad, very quick update on this. This morning, if you remember, I talked about Gbp Cad, and I told you that to keep an eye on these two levels, the 1.7555 on the upside and the 1.7497 on the downside. So this level right here, marked by the highest point of November of last year, is currently seen as a good area of support, and it does that, and it's doing its job right now. Exactly. So at the moment, although everything's kind of leaning here a little bit more towards the downside, still I would prefer to kind of wait maybe for a decent drop below this 1.7497 territory. Ideally, I would like to see also the daily candle remaining below this area, and then kind of aim for this upside support line drawn from the low of the 11th of December, which, if provides good support, once again could act as a nice bouncing ground for this pair. However, let's get to that point first. The more important area to consider right now is this 1.7497, because currently it's acting as a good area of support. If it gets broken, then yep, a larger correction to the downside here could be possible. Now this leads us to GBP USD. So it's breaking this short-term tentative upside support line drawn from the low the 21st of December. However, if you remember when I was covering this one, I said that even if it gets broken, if this upside line gets broken, still I would prefer to wait for a decent drop below this 1.3636 territory right here, which also kind of coincides with the 21-day EMA. And if we do see that daily candle remaining below this hurdle, now that's where it could become very, very interesting for more sellers. So keep your eyes on that one. And finally, EURUSD. So the pair has finally moved lower here. We dropped below this 1.2059 zone this morning. If you remember, I still talked about this area, this 1.2059 zone, which said that if it gets broken, this could open the door towards lower areas. And this is exactly what's happening right now. We're seeing a further decline here. I mean, a drop lower, and kind of currently the rate is still trading below this area. Now, if it continues to trade today below this hurdle, below this 1.2059 zone, then yep, there is a greater chance that we could see this one pushing towards this 100-day EMA here, shown as the green line, or towards this 1.1924 territory, and then we'll take it from there. For now, there is a bit more weakness in the euro. I mean, we can see that DXY is strengthening right now. So in a way, we're having a nice combination here on euro dollar, where we're seeing some weakness, and yep, in a way, this weakness could continue, especially if DXY starts pushing even further north. So guys, that was a quick overview of some of the instruments that we looked at this morning and previously. I hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I hope you, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. I really appreciate your views, guys, or your time, so joining in here. So yep, thank you very much for that. And if you want to catch my video tomorrow morning, as always, my Traders Espresso, that's 7 o'clock GMT time. For now, I hope you have a wonderful trading day, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you later. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.